Hey guys, it's Sid from the NYC cohort, and I came across this really cool blog post this week, and I just thought I'd share some of the things I learned from it. So I was just doing some random research, and I kind of stumbled on this post, and it's on how to turn our Ruby code that we write into an executable program. I just thought it was really cool, and kind of bridge that divide between just writing code and actually creating a program. Anyway, so the first step is actually have some Ruby code. So I've got this program here. It's called run this. It's really simple. It just puts a line, let's run this to the screen. So first we need to tell, since we won't be passing this code to Ruby directly by typing Ruby run this.rb, we need to tell the computer what program is needed to run this. So in order to do that, we have to specify it this way. Specify what is needed to run it this way, and this is the command. You just put this as the first line of your Ruby code. Okay, so now this is telling the program. So we run our program. It looks at that first line. It knows that this is a Ruby program. Cool. Just make sure I did it right. Yep. Okay. Cool. Now we can. What we need to do is change the permissions of our file. So right now, this file doesn't have execution permissions. So we need to make this file an executable. And in order to do that, we have to go to the terminal. And just navigate over to the folder with your file in it, and you can just list it like this. Okay. So we see that on the left side, you can see the permissions in the -rw, -r. So nobody really has execution permissions, and you know they do if there were X's on that line. So in order to change permissions to make this file executable, you just input this command. Now our file is executable, and you can, if you rerun that list command, you'll see there are X's where the permissions were, and which is great. And now you can see we've progressed a little bit, and now I don't need to tell the file that I need Ruby to run this. If I just do this, boom, it lets me run it. But now it's still kind of annoying if we still have the // at the beginning and the .rb at the end. So let's work on getting rid of that. Getting rid of the .rb is pretty simple. I can just rename this file. So I do move now. If I list, you can see there's no RB at the end, but it still runs. Great. Cool. Now, the last thing we need to do, and this will get rid of the // at the beginning, is add our file to the path. I know we ran into the path in the first week, and it was really scary. We're not going to really mess with the path at all. We're not adding anything directly to the path. But what we are going to do is create what's called a soft link between our file and the path. And all this does is when we type something into the command line or run a program, the computer looks in the path for our program. So we're not going to actually add it to the path, but we're going to create a soft link. And it's really simple. You just do ln-s, present working directory, run this. So I've actually done this before, but so when I press enter, it's going to say you already have it there. But if you haven't already done this, it's going to say it's not going to say anything, and it'll just bring you back to the command line. Now, boom! Now we have an executable file. Run this, runs it, and what's really cool is if I go to the desktop and just double click, it'll run this. We can, a lot of extra code is added to the top because it's initializing a new window. We can actually get rid of that really easily if we go back into our file and just add this line to it, and this will clear the screen before our line executes. Clear, save, And another cool thing happens? We get this cool little executable icon. Double click, and boom, let's run this. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys tried. It's kind of cool, and yeah.